Okay, so we're gonna do a Am I the Asshole thing, right? So you can watch me coloring, you cannot watch me color. It's totally up to you. Fine either way. I'm just trying some new things out. So I'm on Reddit right now and I found this one, Am I the Asshole? And I'm going to read it and then give my 2 cents. So, am I the asshole for not chasing down my daughter and she missed her grandma's funeral? My daughter suffered from ADHD and depression. Growing up, we helped her as much as we could, and she used to be on medication. When she went to college, it was a very rough transition because she was responsible for her own stuff. The first semester, she almost flunked out because she wouldn't turn stuff in. She figured it out, and next semester, she did much better. She's the type of person that wouldn't change behavior until she hits a bottom. The issue is her not responding to texts or phone calls. The issue is an issue. This is an issue. If you need an answer from her, you have a better chance driving 5 hours to her college than her responding to a text. I have chased her down before, and it is tiring. She's taking summer courses, and is at her college. She is living in the dorms. They are in person and are needed so she can graduate in 4 years on time since the first semester the grades didn't count for her credit. My mother passed last week, my daughter's grandma. Last week, the whole family was informed, and I personally called her twice, no answer, and texted her the news, was unread. I'm sorry, this person needs to read what they write and double check what they write before they write it, or at least post it, because I sound like I can't read, but I can read. You just don't know how to write. Um, My daughter was close to my mother, so I know she would want to be at the viewing. I would need to pick her up so she could attend over the weekend. I never got a response. I had her siblings message her, and they never got a response. I decided to not chase her down to the funeral. I didn't want to drive 5 hours, track her down at her dorms, and then drive 5 hours back. I talked it over with my wife, and she agreed. She was also sick of our daughter not bothering to check her phone and said to focus on my mom's viewing and not tracking her down. I did try multiple times again to get in contact with her. The viewing was this weekend, and she missed it. Today, she finally read her messages, and I got a call, and she was very upset. We got into a big fight over it. She wanted me to come get her, even if she didn't respond to the text. Okay, so I'm the type of person who, if I'm just like not feeling it, I will not answer the phone. I will not answer the phone. I will not answer your texts. I will read them for sure. I will listen to the voicemails because I obviously need to be aware if something big is happening. But if you're just calling to check on me, if you're just calling to chit chat, if you're just, just bored, 9 chances out of 10, I don't care. And it's not that I don't care, it's that I got a lot going on in my own head, in my own life, and everything. And so, like, yeah, I don't care. Sorry. But if it's that serious, then, show up at my house or obviously leave a message saying, "Hey, look, this is serious," right? I would assume that if you're giving someone the news of that someone in the family has passed away, number one, just sending them a text and being like, "Hey, by the way, grandma died," that comes off as kind of rude, So I wouldn't really want that kind of text message. I would want you to try and call me, so we can talk about it for a minute. Obviously, if she's not answering the phone, then that's, different story. But you can't be mad that, she missed it because I totally understand not wanting to answer your phone. Totally get not wanting to answer your text. But there is absolutely zero reason why you can't look at them. You could have read them. You could have listened to the voicemail. You could, and the fact that they did tell her over text, this is what happened. Why didn't you read your text? Were you afraid that, oh, if you opened the message, that they were going to be able to see that you read the message? Like, I don't know, maybe turn that off that you can't, so they can't see that, or I don't know, just be like, hey, obviously, you had something that was way more important in your life that you couldn't answer the phone for that. Because I guarantee that it wasn't one call, hang up. okay, she doesn't want to talk. No, I bet you multiple people called her multiple times. And then, and so at some point when the phone's going off and you got three, four different family members who are calling you, probably nonstop or over, a period of time, you're going to be like, okay, wait a second. Something's going on because why is everybody calling me? So if you chose to turn off your phone and just not fucking, not care, then why should they care to make sure that you're there? Because you knew, you absolutely knew that you had an elderly grandparent. You absolutely knew that at any point, especially if you're 5 hours away, if you're 5 hours away, that would be even more reason for you to make sure that you're at least reading the text messages. Because anything could happen 5 hours away, and it's not like you're down the street. It's not like you're around the corner and someone could just quick come pick you up, or you could just walk. No, you expect somebody to drive 5 hours to come bang on your door. To what if you weren't even home? They would have driven the 5 hours for nothing. What if you were out with your friends? What if you were hanging, you sleeping over at a friend's house? What if you were in some other town? Like, there's no expectation, especially when you're a grown up. You're a grown up. You're now a college student, which means that you can do this, right? You can also answer your fucking text messages. You can at least read them. So, if I was the parent in this situation, I would have been like, bro, I tried to call you. I tried to call you. I tried to text you. Other people in the family tried to call you, and other people in the family tried to text you, and you ignored every single one. So maybe next time, I don't know, read your fucking text messages, answer the phone call. Like, bro, you could have. There are so many. Why do you expect other people to, like, what? Are you serious? Nobody has to take time out of their day to accommodate for you when there's nothing stopping you from being like, hey, you called me 10 times. What's up? Or, oh shit, grandma just died. Let me call my fucking parent and find out when this funeral is. Like, there are things that you could have done. I know damn well that school is important, 100%. But I'm sure you had plenty of time to get on your phone and, I don't know, listen to music. You had to have pressed the snooze button on your alarm in the morning when you got up for school. So while you're snoozing the alarm, I'm sure the little notification bar popped up that said, Dad was trying to text you. And dad probably texts you more than once. And then seeing that, this person, like, damn, that's a whole lot more phone calls than I'm used to getting. So I wonder if something is happening. Maybe I should check on the family. But no, but no, but no. Some people really, like, you're in college, but you got no smarts. What is that? What is going on? Why? Or you're just that entitled that you think that, people got it. Like, grandma fucking died, okay? Nobody's gonna come pick your ass up 5 hours away and then have to drive 5 hours back? Fuck that. Who's got the gas money for that shit? No, not a chance. That's my opinion on it. If you got something to say it in the comments. If you want to talk shit about what I said, say it in the comments. I would love to respond. If you agree with me, say that shit in the comments too, because let's talk about it. Let's talk about how entitled some of these kids are these days. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Hell no. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one time that grandma died. If you don't respond, that's on you. That's on you.